20 ways to ask a woman out without risking rejection. Most men think asking a woman out is like stepping onto a stage with a spotlight blinding them. The fear isn't just about hearing no, it's about the awkward silence, the shift in energy, the way it might make things weird forever. But what if there were ways to do it so smooth, so natural, that rejection barely even exists in the equation? In this video, we're going to cover 20 ways to ask a woman out without risking rejection. These aren't the clichés you've heard before. No just be confident nonsense. No copy-paste pickup lines. We're talking subtle, clever moves that make her feel like saying yes is the most natural response in the world. And make sure you stick with me until the final point, because that one has a twist that can completely change the way you invite women into your life. Hey, if you're new, we post daily dating advice for men. Join the discussion in the comments and subscribe to keep leveling up. 1. Invite her into a moment you're already enjoying. Instead of building up some dramatic "will you go on a date with me" speech, let her see you immersed in something you're genuinely into. Maybe you're sipping a coffee at a hole-in-the-wall spot you discovered, sketching in your notebook at the park, or even just enjoying your favorite bookstore aisle. Then casually, "This place is better with company. Want to join me here next week?" You're not putting your ego on the chopping block. You're extending an inside pass into your vibe. That frames you as a man already fulfilled, already content. She's not deciding whether to accept you. She's deciding whether she wants access to that little pocket of joy you've created. And trust me, very few people walk away from something that feels like an invitation into warmth. 2. Frame it as a shared experiment. People rarely reject experiments because experiments feel temporary, playful, and pressure-free. Try. "I've been testing out different taco spots in the city. You're officially invited to be my co-judge for the next one." The magic here is that experiments are finite. They come with built-in boundaries. You're not asking her to commit to you or to dating. You're offering a joint project with an expiration date. It's like saying, "Let's just run this little trial together and see what happens." That makes it easy for her to say yes, because she's stepping into an adventure, not a contract. 3. Disguise it as insider knowledge. "Hey, I know this place that makes a hot chocolate so thick it should count as pudding. We should go test it." Notice what happened? The invitation is disguised as a secret you're letting her in on. Humans are wired to respond to exclusivity. When something feels hidden or insider, it carries weight. You're not begging for time. You're offering privileged access. And because it feels like she's being let in on a secret, rejection doesn't even cross her mind. Curiosity wins. 4. Make it sound like her idea. This is the art of planting and reflecting. When she mentions something she likes, a band, a food, a quirky hobby, say, "You'd probably drag me there anyway. Want to just plan it now?" It's playful, it gives her credit, and it lowers the barrier. Psychologically, people rarely reject their own suggestions. You're not throwing your heart on the table. You're just riding her momentum and amplifying it. And if she says yes, it feels natural, because it's framed as a continuation of her own enthusiasm. 5. Use the calendar as the accomplice. Instead of the vague, "want to go out sometime?" try, "Next Thursday, I'll need someone to keep me from eating an entire pizza solo. What's your schedule like?" Anchoring your ask in time makes it real, but notice how you did it playfully. You made it about solving a problem, your pizza weakness, not about her evaluating your worth. Specificity kills rejection because it moves the idea out of the abstract. Abstract is easy to dismiss. Concrete is harder to ignore. 6. Drop the pretend problem card. This one works because you're creating a scenario where her yes helps resolve something. "I've been told it's a crime I've never tried that new sushi place. Want to help me avoid jail time?" It's silly, but it flips the dynamic. She's not evaluating you. She's stepping into the role of rescuer. And most people don't want to turn down a chance to play the hero, especially when the problem is as harmless as sushi. 7. Invite her into motion, not just location. Static invitations feel heavy. "Dinner with me" carries weight, but an invitation into movement feels like an experience. Try, "I'm planning a late walk through the arts district. Want to join?" It frames the date as a flow, a journey, not a sit-down interrogation. Motion dissolves pressure. Walking, browsing, exploring. It feels like life unfolding naturally. She's not trapped across a table from you. She's in motion with you, which feels safe and organic. 8. Offer a role rather than a title. Don't ask her to be your date. Invite her to be your co-conspirator, taste tester, or trivia teammate. Roles are playful, temporary, and fun. They don't carry the baggage of titles, which feel permanent and heavy. Giving her a role makes the outing feel like a skit you're acting in together, not a decision about attraction. She's more likely to say yes because it feels like a game, not a declaration. 9. Turn it into a micro-commitment. Dinner feels big. Coffee feels lighter. But even lighter? A 5-minute test. Try. If you're around, stop by this spot for 5 minutes. The live jazz will convince you to stay longer. People resist heavy asks, but they rarely reject tiny ones. And once she's there, time stretches. That 5 minutes naturally expands into an hour, and by then, you've bypassed rejection entirely. 10. Play the reverse ask. Instead of being the one proposing, flip it. I'm free Saturday. What do you suggest we check out? Suddenly, she's in charge of the invitation. If she suggests something, she's already committed to the outing. If she says she's busy, it doesn't sting, because you never technically asked her out. You simply opened space for her to step into. That's power through subtlety. 11. Anchor it in curiosity. Curiosity is magnetic. Instead of, do you want to go on a date? Try, you talk about that bakery like it's holy ground. Show me what I'm missing. When should we go? Notice you're framing it as a request for her expertise. People love sharing their passions, and she's not rejecting you by declining. She'd be rejecting the chance to share her own world, which is unlikely. 12. Offer a test run of something. Frame it like rehearsal. I need to test if this new place is first date material. You're my volunteer. It's cheeky and playful, but it disarms the weight of the word date by making it sound like a trial. You're not asking her to commit to the grand idea of us. You're just inviting her to help you test the venue. It's mischievous, low risk, and fun. 13. Use humor as the ticket. Humor turns pressure into play. Try. I need someone to make sure I don't embarrass myself at trivia night. Do you accept the role of my emergency brain? She's not processing it as a high-stakes ask. She's laughing. And laughter is a yes-friendly state. Even if she can't go, she'll decline with warmth, not rejection. 14. Pretend it's logistical, not emotional. I'll be at that farmer's market Saturday. Grab a coffee with me there? It doesn't sound like a date. It sounds like overlap. Rejection usually happens when an ask feels loaded with meaning. Strip that away, and all that's left is a casual, natural invitation. 15. Reference something in motion. When that food truck reopens, we're going. This is powerful because it presumes her involvement. You're not begging. You're stating a future event where she's included. The language makes it sound like a natural continuation of conversation, not a heavy-handed proposal. 16. Turn it into a challenge. People rarely back away from a playful dare. Bet you can't handle the spice level at this Thai spot. Want to prove me wrong? Now it's not about romance. It's about rivalry. Rejection feels irrelevant because the whole thing is framed as a playful test. 17. Let music do the asking. Don't laugh, but there's this live band that makes me feel like I'm in an indie movie. You'd appreciate it. Want in? You're not selling yourself. You're sharing an experience that moves you. That vulnerability makes it magnetic. People lean into shared emotion because it feels realer than just logistics. 18. Pretend it's a favor to you. I need a second opinion on this art exhibit before I roast it unfairly. Help me out? Notice the subtle psychology. Declining isn't rejecting you. It's declining to help. That's harder to do. You frame the outing as a favor, which gives her a noble reason to say yes. 19. Plant the seed in advance. Weeks before, drop. When that rooftop spot opens, I'm dragging you there. Then, when it opens, you simply follow up. It doesn't feel like you're asking. It feels like you're continuing a plan that already exists. That makes rejection unlikely because it's not a fresh decision. It's a follow-through. 20. Offer an opt-out so smooth it feels safe. I'm grabbing ramen tomorrow night. Swing by if you're free. If not, no worries. I'll still destroy a bowl solo. By giving her an easy exit, you remove all pressure. And when there's no pressure, there's little reason to reject. It feels light, casual, and fun. And more often than not, people say yes to light and fun.